Good morning, welcome back. If you didn't watch the last video, then I'll link it because you need to watch that one first, where I meal planned for the week, and this week I'm going to share with you everything I'm eating from that meal plan and meal prepping. Hopefully it gives you some ideas on how to plan for your week so you get more organised with food, to cook from scratch more, and to learn how to eat vegan, that kind of vibe, because I know it can be sometimes a bit daunting trying to figure out how you're gonna implement cooking from scratch and eating vegan and plants and vegetables, all that kind of stuff, into your week when you're busy. So this is a bit of an experiment for me, and hopefully it's gonna go really well. I really enjoyed meal prepping yesterday, and I think that actually the time it took was about 2 hours, but I was filming, so I always have to double it. So I think if I was doing it just by myself, it would have taken me an hour and a half if I wasn't filming the video. And it was a really enjoyable process. I quite like doing that on a Sunday. So we've got my Bircher muesli. I've got hair on my nose. I've talked about this before, that anytime I wake up and I've done my makeup, I spend the first hour of my day trying to get hairs off my face. And I think that this is just living with animals. I just forever have hairs attached to my makeup. It drives me mad, I swear. It only happens when I've got makeup on. I've got this Bircher muesli, which looks delicious. Actually, let me show you properly. Here it is, looking delightful. Looks like overnight oats, essentially. Nothing too exciting or new here. Essentially is overnight oats, but I just never make them because I never think to make them or have the time. I have the time, but I don't think to be organised to do it. That feels perfect for spring. Even though this morning there was a frost and it's freezing outside, I'm definitely going to be making this again because I think it's better than overnight oats because you've got all the additional nutrition of nuts and seeds in there. So I'm going to head into the office and start planning my week. I've just made my lunch, and this is miraculous because this is totally a lunch I make all the time, like a big salad. But usually I would be in here for ages chopping everything. So the fact that I've just poured this together in like a matter of seconds. Who knew? I have some other bits hanging about. We've got some salsa. So I'm just gonna pour this on top because it needs to be eaten. This is from last week, as an extra little dressing. I'm not sure, I might be a bit hungry because this recipe kind of is like one of those that you can have as a meal, but you can also eat it as a side. So for the recipe, I recommended 1 or 2 blocks of tofu. I think in the original video, I did 1 block of, tempeh, not tofu. But have the amount of tempeh or tofu that matches your needs. I reckon half a block is probably a bit more suitable for, because I think this recipe serves 4, but I think if you're gonna have it as a main, half a block is more appropriate rather than just a quarter of a block, because I think, like I said, the recipes were kind of meant as like side salads, things you'd serve at a barbecue, that kind of vibe. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this, and I'm probably gonna have a protein shake afterwards, or a protein bar, because that'll keep me satiated. I try and have a protein shake and a protein bar every day just to keep my protein up. It's a really easy way if you're vegan, if you care about that kind of thing, if you weight train, strength train, if you notice that you're quite hungry and you have dips throughout the day, I'd highly recommend looking into the amount of protein you're eating, or just tracking it and figuring out whether you're getting enough. Everyone is different. I'm very, very tall. So I think this is something that maybe when people watch my videos, they get confused because I do eat a lot of food and I do have a lot of protein. I'm nearly 6 foot. So I'm not a normal sized girl. So my protein needs will be different to you and different to the average woman, because I'm 5 inches taller than the average woman. Well, I'm 5'11", but I'm 5'11 and a half, verging on 6 foot essentially. So yeah, my needs are very different. I also, walk my dog every day and I'm very active. I go to the gym, I, do Pilates, yoga, that kind of thing. I'm always active, always doing stuff. I'm quite a high energy person. So just keep that in mind with any what I eat in a day, any what I eat in a week, that you're different to me, I'm different to you, and your needs are different. So don't ever take what someone's preaching or saying as appropriate for you. It's inspiration, and I want my videos to only just be recipe inspiration, but the portion sizes should be edited to your needs. I do find that quite difficult with recipes, trying to give portion sizes, because it really does vary so greatly and I don't really pay attention to it. if I'm hungry after this, I will have something else to eat. I don't, you know, think of it that deeply. So yeah, just wanted to share that. But I'm gonna eat this and probably have a cup of tea and a protein bar afterwards. I forgot to take a bite for the camera. I always like to taste test things. So good. Post-lunch cup of Earl Grey tea with cashew milk, a new one. It's actually delicious. And my favourite protein bar, which I've probably shared hundreds of times, the ridiculous one from Protein Works. I've tried so many protein bars. Let me know your favourite protein bars down below. This is my favourite because it kind of reminds me of a Mars bar. Will it focus? I just think it just tastes like I'm having a chocolate bar. And it's got like, I think 11 grams of protein, or 15, I don't really remember. I also love the Trek bars. They're more like flapjack, so it depends what you're craving, whether you're craving more of a cake or a chocolate bar. But let me know your favourites because I'm open to trying more. But I just absolutely think they've smashed it with this one. And lunch was delish. Where did I put the lid? Alex! Did you just put my lid in the dishwasher? The amount that I did that with this horrible container. This lid design. Who thought of this lid design? Snack time! We've got home, we just went out for a bit and got home a bit late, so I'm not gonna be able to have dinner too early. So I'm having some sweet chili flavour sunbites. Got these on our last shop because why not? Got a lovely spot because I attacked my face yesterday. I think it's because my period's coming up. I love to share that online. Oh my gosh, I haven't had these in ages, they're so good. It's dinner time and I've made my red pepper pasta. I did make a substitution, which you can do, which is a bit different. Instead of the coconut cream, I used some vegan cream cheese. With my main recipes, I always like to make the ingredients whole foods so that anyone anywhere around the world can make it, because I know that not everybody, well, I feel like nowadays you probably could, but in the past anyway, I feel like not everyone can get vegan cream cheese easily. So I opt for coconut cream because you can pretty much get that at most supermarkets. But yeah, we just use a mixture of Violife and maybe a Sainsbury's own brand one that was like half full. And then I've also added This Isn't Chicken and some Marks and Spencer bacon that was like open in the fridge. And This Isn't Chicken to add protein because it's high in protein and it's also just yummy. So, and we also used whole wheat spaghetti instead of penne. So all my recipes, I do make them a lot, but I always change the ingredients up because it makes it new. Do you know what? I actually think it's creamier with coconut cream because a lot of vegan cheeses are like coconut oil based. So when you like blend them and heat them, they kind of disappear to nothing. They're almost not designed to cook with. They're designed to spread, you know? I mean, it's still nice, still delicious, but I think I would probably stick with, I did make it with silken tofu once. That was great because it's like got protein and it's really creamy and yummy. We got sent this Julian Bruno Barella, which is like burrata, and Alex has topped his with that. I don't really fancy it today because we've already got cream cheese in there, so I'm just having nutritional yeast. But Yeah, that looks great. Do you want to taste test it? I want to know what you think of the burrata. I don't love like creamy cheese on top of pasta like that. I'd rather have grated. We did have this discussion, didn't we? I was like, Alex is crazy because he doesn't like cheese on top of his pasta, but you like the creamy cheese?
Yeah. I can see like you put a creamy one or a mozzarella, but if it's like grated cheese,
yeah, we're like opposite in that fact.
It overpowers it, I think, is why I don't like it.
I don't like it because I don't know, it's like, that does look quite good though, actually. Look at that, it's like melting in.
Burrata's pretty, from my memory, quite tasteless, but...
That's what I used to think. It doesn't taste of anything. I don't really get why it's such a huge deal. Is that good? That looks exactly like burrata, doesn't it? The way it's like turned to cream.
Well, it squishes down, that's what I like about that kind of...
I hate the way you did that. Good morning. It feels properly like spring today. The light outside in the morning, I don't know if you're feeling it as well, but I look outside and I come downstairs and it's no longer gloomy and horrible and dark. It's bright in our kitchen. Like, look at the window and the light coming in. It feels lovely. Makes me very excited. Spring and autumn are my favourite. So it's breakfast time and I'm having the exact same thing as yesterday, so nothing too exciting. So the rest of the muesli, which I absolutely loved yesterday. So delicious. So I'm definitely going to be making that more often. And you can make so many different variations of it. I was a little hungry though, so I reckon I'd maybe adapt the measurements slightly in the future. But I'm going to have that again. And a protein shake. I think I'm going to have a protein shake with it because I am feeling a little more peckish this morning. Oh, I finished my jar of protein. So this is the one that I get. I know I talk about it a lot. I buy this myself, never been paid or sponsored by them. The performance protein from Form Nutrition.
I'll let you go, just need some time. You need to find your way.
I haven't had this particular protein in a while. Oh, actually I've missed this one, you know, because I was having the other one that Form do that's got probiotics and greens in, which I don't really need. Alex ordered it for me because I asked him to order me some new protein powder and he got that one, not realising. So I take Athletic Greens AG1 and also Simprove, which have greens and have probiotics, so don't really need that. And this one has more protein. This has 30 grams, the other one has 20 grams. And this one just tastes like delicious vanilla. I think it's up there as one of my favourite tasting protein powders, for sure. I mean, I have this with water and it just tastes like a milkshake. I feel like leading up into the summer, I'm gonna mix ice and yogurt and stuff like that to make it taste really milkshakey and experiment with some different things. But yeah, I really love this because it's got 30 grams of multi-source plant-based protein, organic pea, brown rice and pumpkin seed, BCAAs, it's got digestive enzymes, no added sugar, artificial flavours or thickness. So that's me for breakfast. I also have another hair on my nose today. What's new? Oh dear. Oh! I lost a raspberry. Uh-oh. And today I've got it in a heart bowl because why not?
I know now you'll never change your mind for something that matters to me. You do not know what I have in mind.
Here is my broccoli and mushroom soup. It was very difficult actually. I'm realising when I meal prep next time, this is Alex's little snack zone. It was difficult to tell what half of this was, so I guessed, and I feel like it's a little bit less than half. So next time I do make soup, I'm gonna individually portion it out because I think that would be easier to tell. And then I've got this naan bread that we made at the weekend. Alex was gonna make a loaf of bread, but then I thought, well, actually we've got loads of naan to eat. So I just sprinkled it with water. This is a little hack if you didn't know, I'm sure you do know. If you've got bread that's a little bit old, sprinkle it with water, put it in the oven for 5 minutes, and then it feels all soft again. So that's my lunch. This soup, I made it and gave some to my sister, and she is a soup connoisseur. She literally loves soup. And she said it was one of her favourite soups, if not the best soup she's ever had. I don't know, maybe that was personal preference for her, but she said she thinks it's the lemon zest. This recipe actually on Sunday, I ran out of lemons because I thought I had a whole bowl of lemons when I did the food shop and I didn't. So I didn't actually put lemon zest in this, I don't think. And it doesn't taste as great, but the lemon zest is the key. These naan breads, so good. I followed the recipe from, is it called Vegan Richer, Indian Kitchen? Yeah, her cookbook. If you love Indian cooking and you're vegan, get that book, it's so good. So this was my first time making the naans from that book and they were delicious. Garlic and coriander. I'm a creature of habit. Cup of tea. Protein bar and some sun bites. Alex has whipped up the same thing he had yesterday with the leftover sauce. I'm gonna have some of the Barella today because why not? Look at that. I was jealous yesterday actually. I bought this weekend, the M&S Plant Kitchen Vegan Mango and Passion Fruit Ice Cream because we had people over, but we ate so much Indian food that we were full. So we didn't have any, so we're gonna have this now. Looks really good. I get confused when it's called ice cream though, because is it not just sorbet?
The second ingredient.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Coconut cream. So it's a bit more.
I love passion fruit. M&S Plant Kitchen really can do no wrong. Have we tried anything from that selection that's bad?
Ooh.
The dirty fries.
Good. Oh yeah. But they improved them. They used to be with the pizzas, didn't they, or something?
I reckon they just had too many people saying they're bad, so they stopped.
They were pretty rough.
Yeah. Everything else is so good though.
What do you want? What's your biggest need? Every hour we spend together, and suddenly the chances are small, just like the lottery.
Whoa. My hair's all big and fluffy today and I've made myself a quick smoothie. I've got a meeting shortly and this has protein powder, frozen fruits, that like flax meal stuff. So it's got flaxseed blend, it's got flax seeds, date powder, chia seeds, seaweed, pineapple powder, baobab, camu powder. So like a little superfood mix. Some yogurt and water, and I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. Absolutely delicious, and I probably got it all in my teeth. Lunchtime, it is Alex being excessively loud in the background.
Sorry.
We've got, no! We've got the tempeh salad. I added half an avocado on here because we've got some avocados that really need to be eaten, and the rest of the tempeh. And I do have more salad to eat, but I'm gonna fry up the seitan I made, or the this isn't chicken next time. But I literally love this salad, it's so good. And tempeh, something about it has like a buttery taste that tofu doesn't. I think obviously because it's more packed together, it just has something about it. And I really recommend if you make this salad, squeeze over some lemon juice to preserve it. Don't put the dressing over because that'll make it soggy, but put some lemon juice on it. Good evening, it is 5:45 and I've just got out of the bath and I feel glorious. I went on my Instagram and said that I was struggling to read after starting my reading challenge. If you didn't know, I set myself a challenge this year to read 52 books. So that's one a week. And in January I smashed it. I read 4 books and it was great. And then I read one at the start of February and then I started a new book. And given I'd read like a chapter, I think, last year, it was the second, so A Court of Thorns and Roses I read last year, and so I'd started A Court of Mist and Fury. And I thought, oh, I'll start that on my Kindle. And I just couldn't get into it. I don't know if it's just being, you know, I'm working on something at the minute that's taking up a lot of my time. I don't know if it was that the New Year's resolution had sort of worn off, whether I've been watching too much reality TV because I'm locked into Love Island. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't get into it, and I asked for your advice and loads of you gave such great advice, and the main thing was that you said I should start a different book because obviously I'm not getting into it. I will go back to it because I really like the first one, and I don't think it's the book. I think sometimes you're just not in the mood for a specific book. So I started reading Poldark and I had a bath, and one of you suggested to do that, and thank you to the person who suggested that because that was glorious. And I've read 2 chapters in the bath and I am loving it. Something about the way that books that were written, I think Poldark was written in the 40s. I know my other book choice that I was going to read is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I think that's a lot older. I think that's like Victorian, if I'm remembering rightly. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. But I just love the way those books are written. It's very different now, how books are written, and the way that they describe things, the way that they explain places, it's just very romantic. So, and I've watched the series and it's set in Cornwall, so what a better book to start. But anyway, it's dinner time, and that was a ramble about reading that you didn't need to hear. We're doing Green Chef, and we have tonight the yellow Thai-inspired sweet potato curry. And I know I mentioned that with the meal plan, we had a Green Chef allocated because I'm away this weekend, so I thought it was a perfect way for Alex to just have a chilled weekend. He was like, yeah, that'd be great. I could just like cook the Green Chef stuff, because it's really nice if you don't want to have to like think about what you're going to eat, because it describes it all on the back, and you get the ingredients sent to you for each meal. So we rate Green Chef, we use it all the time, and it's a really nice one to fit into your meal plan, so that we're having this midweek when it's a Wednesday and I'm just a bit like, I can't be bothered to think or cook. I want to be told what to do. And the reason I like Green Chef as well is because they have vegan options. So lots of the food delivery services or meal delivery services don't do vegan options. Green Chef is the one that does the vegan options, gluten-free options, and different dietary requirements, which I think is great, and they always have new recipes. So I've never had to repeat a recipe. They're always new and they're always delicious. I've never had a fail where I've been like, that was okay. I've loved every single one of them, and this time we're having, I've already said this, but we're having the Thai-inspired sweet potato curry. It's only going to take 25 to 30 minutes. We've got it for 2 portions, and yeah, let's cook it. But before I cook, I do have a discount with them, so if you use the code Madeleine, you get 40% off your first box and 25% off your next 3 boxes. I highly recommend it if you're trying to cook more from scratch, learn how to cook. If you are trying to go vegan or eat more vegan meals, it's a really great option. And also if you're just trying to meal plan a lot more and sort of make eating and cooking a bit more convenient, I think this is a really, really great option. And for lots of you have said as well, it's great for you if you are someone who has a work schedule that makes it difficult to cook from scratch, or if you're disabled, or if you just have limitations when it comes to, I think someone also said, yeah, they've got ADHD and it makes it so much easier for them to plan their meals. There's so many people have said why they use Green Chef, because I know that there are lots of people who aren't keen on the meal kind of plans, but I feel like there's lots of people that it really does benefit, so I love to share it. And yeah, check it out if you are curious, because I had never tried anyone before Green Chef because they didn't have vegan options. So I absolutely love them. Anyway, let's get cooking. Dinner is ready, and I'm very excited to eat this. Look how good that looks. I wish you could smell it. The toasted coconut was such a nice addition. Alex! Oh, he's gonna love this. That paste. Oh my God, it's such a nice change as well, the vegetables, because I normally have a set way that I'll have Thai curry. I'll have tofu, mushroom, red pepper, broccoli, or pak choy. So having sweet potato mange tout spinach is a really nice change. Another 10 out of 10 meal. If any of you watched my video the other day where I had like a cozy Sunday in, I talked about one of my life hacks recently is when things are happening, like when I'm waiting for the microwave to finish, or I'm waiting for the my cup of tea to be made, or something like that, I will do some cleaning. So whilst this was in the oven, so the sweet potatoes and were in the oven and the rice was cooking, I managed to fold and put away all my clothes. So I love doing that when I'm cooking, and I feel like Green Chef recipes make it easy for you to, I don't know, it's very simple. It's just like, just do this and then you can kind of do other things meanwhile. Yeah, so it's like really, the way they write it out makes it very easy for you to cook it. That is so nice. How good is that? I also feel like I learned stuff from Green Chef. Like I'm gonna start putting desiccated coconut and like
lime zest in the rice.
The lime zest in the rice is something I don't think to do because I'm just rushing. So lovely little hack. So if you want to check out Green Chef, then use Madeleine to get 40% off your first box and 25% off your next 3 boxes. I highly recommend, go check them out. I'll leave a link down below. Good morning. It's Thursday morning. This camera angle is not ideal, but there's nowhere else for me to put the phone. I've just been to Reformer Pilates in Falmouth. It's the only place in Cornwall that does it, I think, and I love it. So I try and go. I would love it if I could go every week or multiple times a week, but it's just too far away. It's like a 45-minute drive. So I go like once a fortnight, and my friend Fran's started to come with me, which is nice. And I always go and get some breakfast afterwards. Usually I sit down for breakfast, but Fran had to head off today, so I just grabbed something from my favourite place, Sabzi. If you live in Cornwall, go to Sabzi in Truro and Falmouth, because the staff are the loveliest people. They're always so friendly and so sweet, and their food is amazing. You get their salad bowls for lunch and their dal. It's so delicious. So whenever I'm near, I always get it. It's a little treat. So today I think on the meal plan was a smoothie or whatever, but like I just got a granola bowl to take away. I would have had it in, like I said, but oh, look at it. Let me show you properly. Look how beautiful. You can buy their granola, I think. So this is normally with Greek yogurt, but if you just ask for it with agave, I think, yeah, Greek yogurt and honey, but if you ask for it with agave and coconut yogurt, they do a vegan version. And it's seasonal too. I think they probably change the fruit for different times of year. And I also got a carrot or apple and ginger, I think it was. Yes. Oh, so yummy. And a dirty chai, because that's like the best drink on the planet. And because I love that chai so much, I bought the one that they use. It was on their shelf. Their shelves are always filled with like lovely, fancy, interesting foods. And they've got this organic spicy chai, which is from the brand Nemi. So that's yummy. And then I also got a few other fun things. I just always look at their stuff on the shelves, all their food stuff, and never buy anything because I just think, oh, I don't need any of that. But today I just was waiting for my food and I was like, I can't resist. Look at this. So this is olive oil, and it comes in this amazing speckled vase, bottle. And this is extra virgin olive oil. And it said on the sign that they've been making olive oil since 1926. I mean, is there any better joy in life than an authentic olive oil or balsamic vinegar? But I think olive oils are even more exciting. And I'm going to keep this bottle, so anytime I get a really lovely olive oil, I can put it in here, and this can be used for salads and drizzling on things and dressings. Just, Alex is gonna kill me for how expensive that was, but sometimes you just gotta live your life. I got some Ras El Hanout because they don't seem to sell this. They don't seem to sell this in the supermarket. Well, last time I went they didn't have it, and then Dukkha, so I need to stock up on these. I actually had this in a Green Chef recipe once and fell in love with it. It's really delicious. It's a Middle Eastern mix with roasted whole wheat, sesame seeds, sumac, coriander, cumin, caraway, thyme and salt. And then Ras El Hanout is cumin, ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, black pepper, coriander seeds, allspice, nutmeg, cloves, chili pepper. So it's really like spiced and delicious, both amazing spices to try if you want to have like a different flavour. Did I get anything else? No, that was it. So I'm going to enjoy my granola in the car. I did think about going and sitting and looking at the sea because I'm in Falmouth, but it's really cold today, so no. It is another leftover soup day. Hopefully this is enough. And I have shoved in a naan bread into the argo with a little bit of water for some leftovers. And I just pulled this out of the freezer this morning because Alex is having this for lunch as well today. This is more naan. It made so much, it was so good. Another perfect lunch. I might have been tempted to get a sabzi lunch, but they weren't serving it yet. But this, to be honest, that would have ruined my meal plan. It's too hot. Do you like my new top? I got it from Nobody's Child. I love it. It's so cute. Makes me feel like spring. I always do this, but it accurately displays how much I love food. Evening. It's 10 to 6. I'm having a mushroom and beetroot Wellington for dinner, but I'm not going to be able to share the full recipe with you because I am developing this recipe, so it's not finalised. I'll show you like, you know, bits and pieces as I'm cooking, but unfortunately it's not a recipe. But I wanted to test it tonight and I thought it was interesting, even as an idea. So these are the ingredients. It's hopefully going to be very simple. I didn't want to make it complicated. I know that Wellingtons can be made very complicated. Oh, I forgot the main ingredient, puff pastry. They can be made to be complicated, and just like anything, you can complicate things or you can simplify things, and we're in the team of simplifying. So we're going to be making this for dinner, and I'm not sure what we're going to have it with. I might just make some mash, or I'll make some potato wedges. What do we think? I would like mash. Alex would like wedges 100%, but he's out right now, so I get to choose and I'm cooking. I just got my nails done today and I have no idea. I don't think it would stain, but I'm being paranoid. I don't want to risk because I'm going away for a hen do this weekend. No, I know this is ridiculous, and I have no proof to suggest that beetroot will actually stain my hands because they probably wouldn't.
I'm more scared of the worktop.
I'm not willing to risk it, because I literally just got my nails done, and it may be one of those things, you know, like when turmeric like stays on your fingers for like a day and then after a day or two it's gone, but I'm not risking. Wow, that's so interesting. The organic ones smell so much more like dirt than the non-organic ones. They like have a stronger whiff. Why don't, it's such a big plate. It makes it look like I'm not serving any food. Ta-da! So, the mushroom Wellington did work really well. We just need to reevaluate how I've laid it out. So we've done the mushroom duxelle, or duxelle. How would you pronounce that in French? D-U-X-E-L-L-E.
Duxelle.
Duxelle. I put that on the base and then the beetroot, but as you can see it went lumpy on top, which kind of is good to indicate where to cut, but when you cut it you can see obviously, look, it breaks, and when you're doing the crisscross. So I think it needs to be beetroot and then the mushroom duxelle on top to compact it in, but I think it's going to taste good, so as long as it tastes good, then I just need to do it again and assemble it slightly differently. Gravy is lumpy, but who cares? Let's eat this. I should have made some broccoli, I forgot, because we've got leftover broccoli from the soup. I've lost my cameraman because poor old Frankie is lame in his back foot, so we have to take him outside to go to the loo, and he was meowing, saying, I need the loo. So let's try this. Oh yeah, it has the Savoy cabbage. Why did I forget that it had that in there? See, I'm not the biggest fan of beetroot, but I'm trying to eat it more and cook it in different ways to enjoy it because it's so good for you, and it's a good ingredient if you're from the UK because you can grow it easily in the UK, so it's a really great seasonal, local veg, and I really want to grow it. Good morning, it's Friday and I'm recipe testing today, and my mum's come over to help, and I'm having a Biscoff brownie that we're testing for breakfast because I felt a bit stressed this morning, so I wasn't particularly hungry. 10 out of 10. Hello, I'm making my lunch. We've got lots of salad still left over, which is wonderful. Alex hasn't really eaten any of this salad this week, so that's why we've got so much left over. I've eaten all the tempeh, which I kind of thought I would, so instead I'm having, this isn't chicken, and you could use tofu, any type of vegan meat alternative. I'm just going to fry it in some Nando's peri-peri sauce and have that with the salad.
That's mine.
For lunch.
What are you doing?
It's mine now. And maybe I'll have some avocado because this avocado's needing to be eaten. And then we've got the rest of the mushroom Wellington for dinner with loads of mash, which is wonderful. I'm so glad it's Friday and we have dinner ready. Like, oh. And actually, there is some vegetables left, which I'm gonna put into the meal plan for next week because one of the recipes, the mushroom Wellington, only needed the leaves from the Savoy cabbage. So, and there's a few mushrooms left as well because you have to buy them in packets, so there's like a little bit of mushrooms left. So actually, I can plan next week. There's loads of herbs as well, so we can make some more salad and plan it for next week. But that won't be in a vlog, but maybe in the future it will be in another vlog. If you liked this video, I'll make more of them. So let's fry up this chicken. Here is my lunch. Look at that. I'm very excited to eat this. I drizzled over the olive oil that I got the other day. I showed you this, didn't I? This lovely jug of olive oil. And I was tasting it earlier to show my mum. And so I had a little bit left over, so I ran out the dressing and then I put some salt and pepper and lemon juice.
Ooh, is that my chicken?
You can have one piece. I'm being a bit... I'm having the whole packet of chicken because, as you saw, I didn't really have breakfast, so I'm very hungry.
It's 20 to 3.
I know, it's 20 to 3 and all I've had today is a brownie, which is not like me. But this is life, you know? Not all of us are perfect. We don't all have lovely green smoothies and avocado on toast and porridge for breakfast every day and are sensible. Sometimes we're not sensible. We forget to eat. We eat brownies for breakfast. We don't have lunch until 3 p.m. It's life and it's okay. I was just very stressed. There's work project stuff, deadlines I've got to do, and it's just making me like, ah. But we're getting there, And I'm gonna have a big meal and relax a bit. So, I think we can tell it's the end of the week because I just inhaled my dinner and didn't film it, but it's leftovers. Alex is still eating his. You're gonna love the way I filmed that just then. Alex is still eating his. You've just got a pile of mash and the beetroot Wellington leftovers. It's
swimming in gravy, but I still don't think it's enough gravy.
That's always the way that I always want more gravy.
Mash absorbs gravy, and I don't know what it does with it. I'm worried there's not enough gravy.
Well, you can make more.
There's like half a litre of gravy in this. I
hope you enjoyed this week. I think I stopped filming some of my snacks because they're a bit repetitive, so do take this video with a pinch of salt. I think I said this at the start. Everyone's very different, and I want these videos to be more about like giving you inspiration about meal prepping, meal planning, cooking from scratch, eating more plants, eating more veg, that kind of thing. It's not like a prescriptive thing that you have to eat how I eat or eat the same amount that I eat, because everyone's very different. And I also change how I eat like week by week, depending on the time of the month, how much I'm doing, etc., etc. It does vary a lot. But I really thoroughly enjoyed meal prepping and meal planning. I found it reduced my stress levels a little bit around food in terms of having to think about what to eat. So if you're having a busy day with work, if you're got other things going on and you're busy, it just reduces the stress to be like, I've got something already ready to go. I can enjoy that and relax and spend more time just chilling out and not having to think about what I'm making. I do love the process of cooking, which is why I keep the sort of dinners to be able to cook. I think I'll definitely try it one week where I meal prep a dinner or two, but because I do find cooking very relaxing at the end of the day. But lunches I find quite boring, so it was nice. And I found the kind of urge to emotionally eat, which I do still have if I'm feeling stressed. Like everyone I feel like has this, or most people I know anyway. Not everyone. Do you feel like you emotionally eat if you get stressed? I think most people do. It's normal.
Yeah. In the evening, I probably want some food or a snack.
Yeah, like I think that there's levels. Like I know that in the past, those levels for me have been higher. And it goes into the realms of like disordered eating. But I still have that level of emotional eating that sometimes if I'm stressed, I will kind of, and it can make me feel worse. So I feel like having meal prepped, it has helped. And so I'm definitely going to keep it up right now. Actually, speaking of, I am on any list. I'm planning next week's week of meals. Alex is going to be meal prepping chili at the weekend because I'm away. And I'm going to be, planning the next week. So we have another week of all our food prepped, planned. We know what we're having, and I've got, it's really lovely because I can fit it in with videos and stuff. So let me know if you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to see more videos like this, because I want to bring you more videos like this. So please let me know your feedback and what you want to see in the future, if you want to see any kind of themes or other things, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye, Alex.